Got to say, the security done an unbelievable job. Because even I was never going to have a fight, but I wanted to go and talk to people about, you know, because I believed they all knew what was going to happen.
Bag, son, don't fuck up the bag. Don't fuck up the bag. Literally, what you mean? We can do it right here. We can do it right here. We can do it right the fuck here. We can do it right the fuck here. We can do it.
The boxing world has exploded with debate after the heated confrontation between Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia. But one thing is certain. Emotions are running higher than ever before. Footage of the airport altercation has sparked endless discussion among fans, former fighters, promoters, and analysts, with opinions divided over who crossed the line and whether the incident was genuine emotion or calculated psychological warfare. Some critics believe Conor Benn allowed his emotion...
On the stool? There'll be no mess on the stool.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I think he'll get schooled, and I think he'll get hurt, and I think he'll sit on his stool and go, nah.
To get the better of him. Others argue the confrontation was no accident at all, that it was part of a deliberate attempt to unsettle Ryan Garcia before they eventually meet in the ring. Whatever the truth may be, the incident has added another layer of intensity to one of boxing's most talked about rivalries. The biggest talking point isn't simply that the two men clashed. It's what happened.
That's possible.
You think he's going to quit on the stool?
There'll be no mess on the stool.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. I think he'll get schooled, and I think he'll get hurt, and I think he'll sit on his stool and go, nah.
And afterward, the entire boxing community immediately began analyzing every second of the footage, with everyone offering their own interpretation of what it revealed about both fighters. Among the loudest voices has been Eddie Hearn, whose comments have only intensified the debate. Hearn has...
I'm going there and just fuck this man up. You don't understand. I'm going to fuck him up. You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. You do now. No, I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'll break this whole thing right now. That's how I'm firing. I'm strong.
Consistently questioned whether Benn's aggressive style will be as effective against a fighter with Garcia's speed, timing, and technical ability. While acknowledging Benn's determination and punching power, Hearn has repeatedly suggested that the jump in competition presents a completely different challenge. According to Hearn, fighting with emotion outside the ring is one thing. Standing across from an elite opponent under the bright lights is something entirely different. His opinion has become one of the...
Irrelevant of all the noise, irrelevant of all the haters, irrelevant of all the no's you can't do, I'm going to go into this fight fueled with a chip on my shoulder to prove to the world that I will and will be the greatest WBC champion. So, you know, for me, to answer your question, I'm going to come out fast and put it on him and hopefully get him out there early.
Biggest storylines leading into the fight. Meanwhile, Ryan Garcia appears completely energized by everything that's happened. Rather than backing away from the controversy, Garcia has embraced it. He looks like a fighter feeding off every headline, every criticism.
Listen, you know everybody's got their trigger points. Yeah, I got my trigger point. Yeah. And I believe that is his trigger point. So, you know, he don't...
In every confrontation, his confidence has been impossible to ignore, repeatedly insisting that he feels unstoppable heading toward fight night. Garcia's message has remained simple. He's ready, whether that confidence comes from genuine belief or from using the controversy as motivation. Only the fight itself will reveal. On the opposite side stands Conor Benn, who insists none of the outside...
I've been going crazy. How am I promoting violence? It's a fight, you idiot. This is I'm a boxer. I can't be promoting violence if this is what I do. I box. How's that? What I do is violence. What I do is violent. I don't give a... They can shadow ban me all you want. You ain't gonna stop me from talking.
Criticism matters. Throughout training camp, Benn has spoken about blocking out distractions and focusing entirely on the job ahead. He believes the criticism surrounding his career has only made him stronger, creating the mentality that has driven him throughout his professional journey. Rather than viewing himself as the underdog, Ben sees this fight as the opportunity to silence every doubter at once. His confidence has been just as clear. He's promised a fast start. He's predicted an early finish. And he's repeatedly spoken about making a statement that changes how the boxing world views him. For Ben, this isn't simply about defeating Ryan Garcia. It's about proving he belongs among boxing's elite.
It was a bitch move. I really did.
Have you spoken?
I would never. If you chin someone at a presser, if you do that, it's different. But when you carry something on the stage to hit someone around the face with, I weren't mad on it. That's all.
But it does sell the fight.
Yeah,
and it's an absolutely
the fight's going to
fight.
sell anyway, Charles.
Heavyweight contender Derek Chisora also weighed in, offering his usual straightforward assessment of the airport confrontation. According to Chisora, moments like these rarely happen without deeper emotions underneath the surface. Fighters spend weeks preparing mentally for
Well, this is not a gang fight. You know, the only two who'll be fighting are the boxers and save it for the night. They don't get paid. They don't get paid to fight before the fight.
major bouts. And sometimes it only takes one comment or one action to trigger an explosive reaction. From Chisora's perspective, someone clearly managed to strike a nerve before fight week had even properly begun. Garcia has also responded directly to those criticizing his involvement. He reminded everyone that boxing is built on controlled violence inside the ropes. While acknowledging the controversy surrounding the incident, Garcia suggested many people were
irrelevant of all the noise, irrelevant of all the haters, irrelevant of all the no's you can't do. I'm going to go into this fight fueled with a chip on my shoulder to prove to the world that I will and will be the greatest WBC champion. So, you know, for me, to answer your question, I'm going to come out fast and put it on him and hopefully get him out there early.
overreacting without understanding the competitive mindset elite fighters carry into major contests. Still, even while defending himself, there appeared to be genuine frustration in his voice. Whether that frustration becomes motivation remains one of the biggest questions entering the fight. Hearn's technical breakdown of the matchup has perhaps generated even more discussion than his comments about the altercation. He believes Garcia possesses advantages that Ben has not previously encountered: speed, timing, accuracy.
I think that Ryan Garcia is a better boxer, but if they get to a fight, which it might happen, I would pick Conor Benn. Because Conor Benn is not skilled. He's not that skilled, but he's a raw fighter. You know, he's just a raw fighter. He wants to get there. He wants to fight. So if they get to that, if they get to the fight,
You think he'd be better? Conor Benn obviously was made about the weight drain. You think he'd be better at 47 or going up to 54 to try and make
54,
that fight?
54. I think at 54. I think because at 47.
Composure under pressure. According to Hearn, those qualities become especially significant at this weight, where he questions whether Ben's power will translate against a naturally gifted opponent like Garcia. It's not that Hearn doubts Ben's heart. Far from it. His concern is whether Ben's physical advantages remain just as effective against an opponent capable of matching his athleticism while offering superior technical skills. Yet history has shown that Ben often performs best when people question his abilities. Every criticism becomes motivation. Every prediction against
one thing that's so like Ryan Garcia has this nasty left hook. It's the
kid's super fast.
Yeah, it's a crazy left hook. It's so goddamn good. It's so much better than most people's that everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it. He just whips.
Fast, powerful. Both.
Fast, powerful, distance management, angles that it comes from. It comes up, it comes around. It just hits you faster than you know it's supposed to.
Against him becomes fuel. That psychological edge could become one of the defining factors once the opening bell rings. Veteran promoter Frank Warren offered a more balanced view of the airport drama. He acknowledged that pre-fight confrontations often generate enormous attention, but emphasized that they are unnecessary once contracts are signed. The fight itself should settle everything. Nevertheless, Warren admitted the genuine hostility between Ben and Garcia has undoubtedly increased anticipation. Fans now believe this rivalry extends far beyond.
Both guys can punch.
I think Ryan's a little faster, and maybe might punch a little harder. I'm not sure, but so that makes it a pretty much an even fight. But like I said, but Ryan Garcia, which Ryan's gonna show up
beyond promotional theatrics. That authenticity has made the matchup even more compelling. Former world champion Regis Prograis focused his attention on the tactical side of the contest. He suggested Benn's aggressive style and physical strength may ultimately suit him better at higher weight classes over the long term. However, this particular matchup presents a unique challenge. Garcia's speed and timing create problems unlike anything Benn has consistently faced before. Prograis respects both fighters, but he believes weight, distance management, and shot selection could become decisive factors. Still, he also acknowledged one of
Conor Benn against Ryan Garcia. I think Conor Benn gets absolutely splattered. I've got to be honest, I don't think he's got a chance. He's not there yet. And I've said it before, and he gets the ump with me for saying it. But who's he beat? What's he done? Who's his biggest win?
Chris Eubank.
Yeah, but... And who's the other kid he beat? Was it Algeria?
Yeah, but he was 43.
Eubank, you can't say that's a big win. This guy finished Eubank years ago.
Boxing's oldest truths. All predictions disappear the moment someone lands the first clean punch. Joe Rogan highlighted perhaps the most dangerous weapon in the entire fight, Ryan Garcia's famous left hook. Throughout Garcia's career, that punch has changed fights instantly. Opponents know it's coming. They study it endlessly, yet many still fail to avoid it. Rogan emphasized that Garcia disguises the punch remarkably well, delivering it with exceptional speed and precision from unexpected angles. Preparing for it in training is one challenge. Avoiding it under live fight conditions is another altogether. If Garcia connects cleanly, everything
struggled at the weight. He's going to struggle against Garcia, who is a massive puncher at welterweight with both left and right hooks, notably that left hook. It's a dangerous fight for him. I think it'll deliver all the way to the fight, but I'm afraid I think he'll get knocked out by Ryan Garcia unless he knocks Garcia out himself. I want to see Devin Haney in with Ryan Garcia as well in the rematch. That
could change in an instant. Jeff Mayweather offered one of the most balanced predictions. Rather than strongly favoring either fighter, he described the contest as extremely competitive. His biggest uncertainty isn't Benn. It's Garcia. Mayweather believes Garcia's talent has never been in question. Consistency has. If Garcia performs at his absolute best, he becomes extraordinarily difficult to beat. If he falls below that level, the fight suddenly becomes much more competitive. That uncertainty makes predicting the outcome especially difficult. Carl Froch, however, remained unconvinced by Benn's resume, never one to soften his opinions. Froch argued Benn still has questions to answer.
In terms of that fight, I think it's a good fight. I don't think it's a big fight in America. I think it's a big fight in the UK. Obviously, Ryan's a big star in America, Conor's not. Ryan's a bigger star in the UK than Conor is in America, and Conor's a big star in the UK. So, yeah, I don't think it's a fight that's going to do massive numbers, but I like the fight. I think it's exciting. I think at 147, Ryan's a big fight. I don't think Conor should be fighting at 147. I think, I like him up at 160 or up towards that weight class, but I don't see a way he beats Ryan Garcia at 147.
Regarding the quality of opposition he has defeated throughout his career. According to Froch, beating respected names isn't necessarily the same as defeating elite world-level fighters in their prime. It's a criticism Benn has heard before. Now, he has the opportunity to answer it inside the ring. Veteran boxing journalist Gareth A. Davies took an even stronger stance. He predicted someone gets knocked out. In his opinion, there will be no cautious chess match. Davies believes Garcia's explosive offense and dangerous left hook create enormous problems, especially if Benn struggles with the physical demands of competing at this weight. At the same time, he acknowledged,
in the nicest possible way, I'm extremely violent and dangerous. But ultimately, for me, you got to remember, I've been competing at a weight that's not my weight for the past 2-3 years. Fighting at 154, fighting at 160. It's not my weight. These are big guys that I've been mixing it with. So for me to fight somebody my own size for a change, it's exciting. I know the way I'm.
Benn's aggressive pressure could produce exactly the same outcome in reverse. Either way, Davies expects fireworks. Eddie Hearn also examined the fight from a promotional standpoint. He believes the contest carries tremendous emotional significance in the United Kingdom, while generating growing international interest because of the personalities involved. Despite questioning Benn's chances, Hearn repeatedly emphasized how entertaining he expects the matchup to be. Real rivalry, real pride, real consequences. Those ingredients usually produce memorable fights. Benn himself has consistently pushed back against concerns surrounding his size. He argues that much of his career has been spent competing against naturally bigger opponents. Now, facing someone much closer to his own dimensions, Benn believes fans could witness the very best version of him. Rather than seeing the weight as a disadvantage, he views it as an opportunity. That confidence has remained unwavering throughout the build-up. If Benn wins, he answers every critic questioning whether he belongs among the sport's elite. Victories over an opponent as talented and dangerous as Garcia would dramatically strengthen his standing in the division and validate the confidence he has shown throughout camp. If Garcia wins, he reminds the boxing world exactly why so many experts consider him one of the sport's most explosive offensive talents. A dominant performance would reinforce everything supporters have long believed about his speed, power, and ability to change fights with a single punch. The psychological